Many of us have fallen in love with beautiful hanging baskets, either that we've seen online or we've even traveled to other places, and they really just capture us. So we go home and we try and make our own. Ooh, something goes wrong. They just never quite look the same. Today, I'm going to show you how. Exactly the mistakes that we make, the bits and bobs and the little tricks that you can do just to add to it that really is going to make your hanging basket no longer a hang-up, but a beautiful, spectacular gardening piece. Builders have an amazing variety of hanging baskets. I'm going to start off with the kind of normal. Comes in black or in green, and the beauty about it, guys, it's got the chain already on it, plus it's got the coir lining. That's a winner for me. The one version that's been made, which comes in green or black, which is really funky, is the fact that it's got a flat surface. And whether you want to hang the basket or whether you want to remove the clips and then just have it as a table piece can also be used. The third one that works for me is this. This is a half moon basket and it's fantastic. All they'll need is some nail and anchors, which you will pop into your wall, clip it on, and then you can start arranging. Besides these beautiful baskets, of course, there's some accessories, different brackets for different applications. So here, your basket would be able to simply hang on to it. So there's your bracket. You would simply just click it on. And finally, there's this little guy, which is a winner. This guy, as you can see, 2 spikes. Pop your foot on here into the garden bed or wherever you're wanting it. The nice arch here, enough space for the basket, and all you do is simply hang your basket. When going shopping for your baskets, always get 1 or 2 S-hooks. And I'm going to show you exactly what to do with those a bit later. And finally, a bit of chain. Chain you can buy in meters at your local builders, and you come in various styles, various lengths. Right, guys, so I've shown you the selection of baskets. Now the important part is what goes in. I'm going to be planting up this guy, which is the flat bottom, because I just love it. I think it's very funky, and the fact that it's dual purpose for me ticks all my boxes. Right, so that guy's side. First up, we're going to get our soil mixture. Now follow this, guys. I've got a trug. You find them at your local builders. They are winners. You've got to use them in your garden. I've got a good quality potting soil from my local builders. It's going to do the job, but I'm going to add bits to it just to pimp it. What I'm going to be doing is using a bucket as my volume measurement. Now, guys, depending on how many baskets you're planting up, you simply take the recipe and the ratio that I'm explaining to you and you just multiply it out. And what I'm going to be adding in is I'm going to be doing 2 buckets of soil into my trug to start off with. 2 buckets of potting soil in. The next, I'm putting in 1 bucket of palm peat. Palm peat comes in a brick form. Pop it into a container and add 5 liters of water, and it swells and crumbles and ends up forming this lightweight organic material, which holds incredible amounts of water. And the fact that it holds water, folks, is one of the best reasons and the most important reasons why we add it to hanging basket mixtures. So 1 bucket of palm peat, and it goes. Next up is, in the volume that I've got here, I'm adding in 2 handfuls of Atlantic Bio Ocean. The next thing I'm going to be using, and you might not know this product, but it's called Hydro Cash. Folks, this is a polymer which is a water retaining gel. Now, as an example here, I have just added a bit of the Hydro Cash to show you what it does. I'm going to add some water to that, because as you add water, these polymers then start swelling and they absorb the water that's available around them. So have a look here. If I add a lot of water within no time at all, this is going to turn once again into these little jelly-like little globules because it's absorbed all the water. Within a few seconds, yeah, that spoon can even stand up. So how do we apply it into this mixture? Well, we apply it as a dry mixture, following the instructions on the back, and that would be 1 capful of this added to your dry potting mix. And now what we do is mix this all up. Right, so let's talk about this coir liner. Now the coir liner has been molded, that's fantastic. And a lot of people start planting immediately. They put the soil straight in here. However, if you want your basket to really last longer, do not have to put your plants through that incredible stress of losing so much water. Because when you add water to this liner is not entirely for holding your soil in there. And it's not there just for holding moisture, it's there mainly as decorative. This, your ordinary bin bag, is your way to go. This is your secret ingredient. Pop it into your basket just like this. You can trim it now, but not close to the edges. Just do a light trimming, okay? What I want you to do now is take your said scissors and make a few holes in the base of the plastic. 5 is more than enough. Now we start planting. So first up, what I want to do is take your beautiful potting mix and just add about halfway. So depending on the size of plants that you're going to be choosing, if you're going to be doing a mixed basket like I intend to do here, then you're going to be buying your little seedlings in either 4 packs or 6 packs. But remember, when we take our little seedling out, there's not much soil on here. So you're going to fill your basket 3/4 of the way, okay? If you were planting a big guy like this, you would only add 1 or 2 centimeters of soil at the bottom of your basket and then add the big guy in. So we start from the center and we work outwards. I'm going to be using the little dianthus as one of my center plants. You're not going to add any more soil in at this point. You first want to get your next layer in, and that's going to be my middle layer. So here's the tall, into the medium. I'm going to be popping in these lovely little veined petunias. It might seem a bit harmful and it might seem terrible, but initially I always break off my flowers. I always nip off the flowers as soon as I've planted them, or even just before, as in now. Because what it does is it encourages the plant to rather put more leaf mass on. Because remember, without good leaves, you simply don't get good flowers. Now what I'm going to do is, before I go any further, I'm now going to add in some of my potting soil mix just to get in between these grooves. Center plants in, 3 medium plants. We're now going to go with the smaller guys, which of course are my little violas. So cute, so giving. 1, 2, third one in. Right, now what's very important is that we fill in the gaps in between. Always use the trowel. Don't try and get your hands in there. Just drop little bits in. As you're dropping it in, take the back end of your trowel and then just firm it into the gaps. Right, what's left in our combination? Oh, our beautiful lobelia. So in goes my lobelia, and it's right on the edge, guys. It is right on the edge, and that's the way I want it. And that, my friends, is all you add to your basket. Nice and easy, in 3s. Last thing that I need to do now is to make sure that all these little gaps are filled. I can see there 1 or 2 here, so pop it around. Once I'm comfortable with that, take your pair of scissors and then you can trim off the excess black bag that we used. Well, folks, that is it. As simple as that. All I need to do now is find the right spot to hang it up. Right, this is the spot where I'm going to be putting my basket. It gets a lovely afternoon sun. I spoke about the chain, and this is where it comes in handy. If my bracket was up high, simply add a bit of chain to it to bring it down further, because there is nothing worse than having a basket hanging up here. I spoke about the little S-hooks. You can add them on nicely. Pop in my basket, chest height. There we go, because there is where you get to enjoy your beautiful basket. So how do you look after it, guys? Most importantly, now that we've got it in its spot, is to give it a good watering. When giving it your first watering, I really recommend using Start Grow. It is a specially formulated, organic-based product that really gives your plants the best start. It's really cost-effective. It's a capful into 5 liters of water. Mix it up, and I'm going to give my basket a really good drink. Water your basket until you see water coming through the bottom, because then you know that everything is really soaked well. Feeding, after the Start Grow, you're going to go to multi-grow, which you're going to use every 2 weeks. So in one of your watering cycles, you just mix in the multi-grow into it. This guy will go on for 4 to 5 months completely on its own, looking spectacular and giving me loads and loads of color. Everything that I've used today is available at my local builders, in store or online. Check out the blog for more great videos, DIYs and gardening advice that can get you inspired and turn you into a green-fingered guru. Get to Builders and get it done.